Let's see, who do we have here? Justin, Virginia, you're in the Wilkow majority. Hello.
Hey there. Yeah, I ride my bike to work or either walk it on nice days. I don't want to pay taxes for roads. I think that's crap, don't you?
No.
Why? I don't use them. Why should I pay for someone else's road?
What do you mean pay for someone else's roads?
If I have a bike or if I walk on the sidewalk,
well, now are you talking at the well? Hold on.
I don't want my taxes going to pay for someone who drives on a road when I don't.
Justin, what layer of government are we discussing? Federal, state, or local?
We're discussing all of them.
No. There are different layers of government. Justin, big boy talk here. There are different layers of government. There's such a thing as the federal government. There's such a thing as the state government. There's such a thing as the local government. You're not listening. You want to bark? Go ahead and bark. Stand in the corner and bark. I don't care.
Are there any federal funds that go towards roads?
Of course there are, and they're codified in the Constitution.
I don't want to pay for them. I don't want my taxes to go for roads.
That doesn't matter. That doesn't matter, sir. It's constitutional. Just because you don't want something, just because you want to cross your arms and say, I don't like it, I don't want it, doesn't mean it's there. The Constitution does provide the federal government 2 post offices and 2 post roads. It does not provide the federal government a power of taxation over education.
My house isn't on fire. I haven't been a victim of crime. I don't want my taxes to go for police or firefighters.
Again, when you pick up the phone and call 911, are you calling your federal government or your local government?
I don't call them. I don't want any taxes.
Okay, you got to work with me here. Do you understand the difference between the federal government and your local government?
I do understand the difference, but I do.
Okay, so we are differentiating, sir.
The argument you're making are why are my tax dollars going towards something I don't use?
It's not a matter of I don't use. I did use it, and it was my parents' job to provide it for me. The federal government has no authority to have a Department of Education or to tax one person in one state to provide an education to someone in another state. Your schools, if they're going to be public, should reside in the hands of your local community, like your local police department and your local fire department. And it's up to your community what you're going to provide as far as services, and it's up to another community to decide what they're going to provide. If the Constitution gives the federal government the authority to provide something, then they can provide it. If it doesn't provide them, then they can't.
So it's your argument that every school district or every curriculum that's taught in schools should be down at the local level.
Or the county level or the state level, depending on what your state provides. The 10th Amendment does not provide the federal government this authority.
And that is a reasonable argument in your mind.
It's constitutional whether you like it or not. Sir, you're wrong. Here's the problem. You're wrong. You're wrong and you don't even know it.
You're wrong.
No? Actually, would you like me to read the 10th Amendment to the Constitution to you?
I can read the 10th Amendment, but let's put
So then how are you going to make an argument to the contrary that the federal government doesn't have any authority here, sir?
Do you believe?
It's not about believing, sir. It's about what is the matter of law. There is no authority.
Here's what you don't get. Here's what you do not understand. What you do not understand are things are just a teeny bit different now than they were when the Constitution was written. And because of that, reasonable people need to make the necessary adjustments.
So basically, we're no longer a nation of laws. We're a nation of reasonable people, according to you.
So you're a Ron Paul supporter.
I'm a nobody supporter, sir.
You're a Ron Paul supporter.
I'm a nobody supporter. The problem is I'm a supporter of not dealing with people like you who have no idea what they're talking about, but think they're smart. Thank you very much for the call. Have a nice day. Go bark in the corner. 1-866-95-PATRIOT. There is your stereotypical person that constitutes the problem. The Constitution is old. The Constitution is outdated. We need to select and elect these reasonable people to make these constitutional overreaches, and that'll make our lives better. That is the problem. That is the problem, because then you change the nation from a nation of laws to a nation of men. There's a reason why there are restrictions placed on the president in Article 2. There's a reason why there are restrictions placed on the government, on the federal legislators in Article 1. There's a reason why there's no open-ended powers for the Supreme Court in Article 3. It's very, very simple. But people like this have been bred into this belief system. And anybody who disagrees with them, it doesn't matter who I'm supporting. And even if I was supporting Ron Paul or Michelle Bachmann or Mitt Romney for that matter, it doesn't make a difference. 1-866-95-PATRIOT.